Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense here. And when I say Mr. Cheap Sense, I mean Mr. Cheap Sense in this occasion because no, I did not shop at Ross. I did not shop at TJ Maxx. I did not shop at Marshalls. I didn't shop at Burlington when I bought these fragrances. I went to, of all places, City Trends. City Trends, you might say? Yeah, City Trends. Listen, I was not a big advocate of buying fragrances from City Trends either. I mean, the place sells clothes that a lot of people really don't even like to wear. Some of the guys' men's fragrances are, if it's in big men sizes, are way too big or they're way too small. Sometimes I can't find things that I can wear at all that fit me just right. I'm 6'3". I'm almost 300 pounds. Come on, man. What do I look like going in there? But I do shop there anyway, because sometimes I can find decent clothes in there. Um, I don't like to wear stuff like, what's the name of it? Uh, Damn, I can't remember the name of it right now. But anyway, those funny name type clothes that are not designer, I don't wear that stuff. So anyway, I wasn't big on fragrances from there, but when I first started my fragrance collection, I was just trying to find places to go to find decent fragrances. So I did go there once or twice, and I started buying fragrances, and lo and behold, I started finding fragrances that were cheap as hell, but they were smelling real nice. Some of them didn't smell as good, but luckily, even though I can't take them back, I can always give them to somebody else. So most of those fragrances I gave to my stepdad, or I would give to my son, or um, like some random kid on the street, like some little boy or whatever who looks like a teenager that could appreciate it. So I was on Fragrance X all today. And yes, I have a little money I can burn. I was going through filling up my cart, and once I looked at my cart pricing, it was up to like 500 and some odd dollars. So I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't have that kind of money to spend. So let me just budget this, knock some of this stuff down. So as I was chopping off some of the stuff that I could wait for, or that I really don't need to have right now, I got the list down to about 130 some odd dollars, I believe. Something in my head was like, why don't you just go see what's at City Trends today? Because the other day I was in there and I smelled a fragrance that is an impersonation of Paco Rabanne's 1 Million. And it smelled almost similar to it, which had me intrigued, but I didn't buy it. So I said, let me go to um, City Trends and see. So I jumped in the truck. I took off, going to scratch this fragrance itch that I have. So I get to the store. I'm walking through. I'm looking, and they got the little holiday gift sets in of all this little cheap shit, and a lot of. If you want to know where to get those Cuba colognes from, the little bottles that look like the cigars. Hold on, let me show you. If you ever want to know where you can find, if you can't find them often enough at TJ Maxx, at Ross, go to City Trend, because this is where they stock up those fragrances at, and you can find them for like $2.99, $6, $4. This is Cuba Gray, in which I haven't been able to wear this one because somehow I lost the sprayer on it. But they come in a 4-pack like this for like $5 or $6, and then they have these that come like this. This is Cuba Prestige, which is a great fragrance. I love this one. I haven't worn it much, but it is an excellent fragrance. I have Cuba Prestige. This is the gold one, I believe, which smells like it has chocolate or something in it, cocoa or something. And then this is Prestige Black by Cuba, which is also a great fragrance. So if you want to find Cuba products, go to City Trend. I love Cuba. I know a lot of other people who love Cuba. I was in I was in Ross yesterday in Jacksonville, and there was a guy in there, and I was looking at fragrances, and he was looking for Cuba, the pack, the 4-pack, and we didn't find him. He walked away, and then I ran into him. But anyway, my phone is about to die, so let me get through this video. So I go in, I'm looking around, and I start finding stuff. And one other thing, City Trend is now starting to stock up on real fragrances. I seen the real Nautica Voyage, not a knockoff, the real Nautica Voyage. I seen the regular Nautica. They had this one, which I'm going to show you in a few minutes. This is the real Ed Hardy Villain. And if you don't believe this is real, go online, type in Ed Hardy Villain, and you'll see the same tin can with the same cheesy artwork. This is the real deal. Great smelling fragrance, I might add. And they have the real Jovan Musk. And I have a flanker to Jovan Musk, in which I'll get to in a minute. And they have a few other real fragrances in there. But most of the ones I purchased today are bootleg copies or bootleg versions of designer fragrances, except for the two I just showed you. So let me get on with this before my phone dies down. The first one I'm going to do is, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have heard of Carolina Herrera. And I don't mean the Carolina Herrera Sport or the 212 or whatever those kind of things are. This is the original Carolina Herrera, the one with the leather wrap that has the CH on the front or whatever. This is, and yes, this is cheesy as hell. You see the little tag right here. It has this fake leather, and it just has CC on it instead of CH, which I don't mind because nobody really has to see the bottle as long as the fragrance smells good. And I sprayed this already. I'm gonna spray it one more time. You get an alcohol blast in the opening, but once that dries down, it's a nice scent. It's sweet, just like I like it. I do not know the longevity on it, so please don't comment or ask me questions about it because I just bought them today, so I don't know. I haven't tested them yet. This is a first impression video, but so far I like the smell of it, so I am gonna give it a shot. But this was $2.99 at City Trend, and for someone who doesn't know about fragrances, who doesn't really look at fragrances like that, this would be a great Christmas gift or a birthday present. All of these would, I believe. I would not give some of these to an older person because they may not like sweet scents. Like my stepdad, he's into earthy and woodies and stuff like that. I don't like those. I like sweet, sensual, sexy fragrances. But this is Skin for Men, and this is their version of CH by Carolina Herrera. $2.99. Next up, this is the Ed Hardy Villain, and I paid $6.99 for this one. Comes in the tin can. I love this bottle. It has the cobra on the front, just like you see on the front of the can, and it is raised, if you can see that. This is probably the best smelling one out of all 5 I bought. I like it. It's sweet. I don't know what exactly is in it. I will look the notes up on it later, but Not a bad scent. This would be good for a teenager, like a little brother, cousin, something like that. I wouldn't give this to an older person because they may not like the sweetness in it, but I love it. I'm only 40 years old. I'll be 41 next month on the 10th. So if I didn't have this, this would have made a great birthday gift and or Christmas gift. And that's what I'm looking for Christmas colognes. I don't care about clothes. I don't care about none of that other cheesy stuff, blankets and pillowcases and towels. If you can find me some decent cologne, I'm good. Next up, I've been trying to find a clone of Bleu de Chanel for the longest. I had a tester bottle or sample bottle of it. I like it. It is very sharp, but I like it nonetheless. I can't pay that retail price for it, and even online I can't find it for cheaper than 70, 80 bucks. So finally I found two, I'm not going to say clones, but I found two bootleg copies of Bleu de Chanel. The first one I smelled, it was too soft, and this one is a little stronger than the first one I smelled, which is to me closer. And the grapefruit scent in this one is also stronger than the first one, but this worked out just good for me. I like it. It damn near a spot on ringer. This was also $2.99 for Bleu de Chanel, and this is, what is this, Bonnie Chance Blue or some crap like that. I don't know. It's like a bullshit, cheesy, shitty ass name, but the scent is not bad at all. And for somebody who really doesn't have a nose for fragrances, and I told them that this was Bleu de Chanel, they probably would believe it, especially if they've already smelled it before, and it still has that similarity. So it's what it looks like if anyone chooses to go try it out. I mean, $2.99, you're not losing, and like I said, you can always give these away to somebody, some little kid or some teenager, even if you don't keep them. Just get your nose on some of these fragrances, guys. It's not gonna kill you. Next up is probably gonna make a lot of people laugh because you're gonna know what this is. But if anyone knows of Jean Paul Gaultier, Le Male, or Ultramel, or any of those other flankers, or as I've heard people call it, Torso, in which that's not the name of the damn cologne. It's called Le Male or Ultramel. But anyway, that's what the bottle looks like, a Torso. This is their version of Jean Paul Gaultier's, and this is Jean Pierre J Man Pour Homme. And this is the box. And when you see the bottle, you're going to probably laugh because it is cheesy as hell. This is the bottle. They got these old fake 6-pack right here. Pretty cheesy. But it kind of resembles it as best it can. And I did spray this already, but I'm going to spray it again. And I did smell this fragrance in Belk's here. And it is damn close. In the initial opening, you do get that alcohol blast, so you might want to let it dry down a little. It does smell similar to it. Not close enough, but it's similar to it. I don't know if it's the napkin that's causing it to have like some off-putting scent, but the initial spray, once you get past the alcohol, it does smell like it. And the last one, if anyone has ever heard of Jovan Musk, if I'm pronouncing it right, I have had it once, I believe, in the past when I was younger, in middle school or something like that. This is a flanker, which is Tropical Musk by Jovan Musk. This is a great fragrance if you like fruity, tropical type fragrances. This is my favorite out of all of these. I don't know the notes. Like I said, I just purchased these. I haven't really done any testing. This is like a first impression type video. This is great, guys. I like this. I really do like this one. It's fruity. Besides the Ed Hardy villain, see what this one is gonna do. Also, I want to know the longevity on both of these. I'm at 5%. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. But if you choose to, guys, I'm not saying you have to. I know going to Citi Trend might cause a lot of people's skin to itch and oh my God, I can't believe you bought fragrances from Citi Trends and they bootleg this and bootleg that and yada yada yada. Personally, I don't give a fuck what people think. It's my money. I can spend it how I want to spend it. It is what it is. I'm not one of those guys who's gonna go out and spend $100, $200, $300, $400 for a fragrance when I can take $100 and go buy a shitload of other stuff. And they may not always be bootleg like this, because I do find fragrances on Fragrance X that are name brand or designer that are discounted or cheap. So not everything is going to be like Bonnie Chance Blue or whatever that's a clone of Blue Day, copy of Blue Day Chanel or whatever. It's not all going to be like that. But anyway, I'm out of here, guys. I got to eat my food. I got one more video to make. But you guys have a great day. If you have any questions about any of these fragrances, in which I doubt anyone will, but if you do, you can leave a message. I will get back to you. Most people have been doing a pretty good job of leaving comments or asking questions. I appreciate it. I even appreciate you watching the video, period, because you don't have to. There are a lot of people out there who do these videos that are way better than I am. My channel just so happens to be one of the ones that are all about cheapies for the little people who can't afford to go out and buy designer fragrances. So if anything on my channel interests you, feel free to check it out. Subscribe to my channel if you choose to. You don't have to. If you do, make sure you ring the damn bell so you can get notifications. I'm out.